After the death of her daughter Leah, ECU employee Suzanne Powell is spreading the word about epilepsy awareness.
Epilepsy is a neurological disease where a person has repeated seizures over a period of time. Seizures are a disturbance in brain activity. It's kind of like having a surge of electricity that causes an overload.
There are multiple triggers for epileptics to be cautious of because a seizure could occur at any moment.
There are a number of triggers. There's photosensitivity, which is a sensitivity to light, bright lights, flickering lights. It could be like a strobe light or just driving down the road and the sun flashing between the trees. It could be triggered by stress, lack of sleep. The biggest cause of seizures, believe it or not, is not taking your medicine.
Leah had multiple triggers, but flashing lights and sunlight were the greatest contributors.
My daughter had, she was photosensitive. That's how she had her first seizure. She subsequently had seizures due to the photosensitivity, but she also had seizures when she was overly tired and stressed.
Although there is no cure for epilepsy, more knowledge of the disease comes with maturing age.
As she got older, she realized she could feel when one was coming on, she would say. And she would try to go sit down.
As a parent or bystander, witnessing a seizure is a terrible thing.
You watch somebody have a seizure, it's very scary. They can start out by just this catatonic look like they're staring out into space. And then it turns into the whole body stiffens up and the head goes back and the eyes roll back in the head. Sometimes they foam at the mouth. And it can last anywhere from 3 seconds to 5 minutes. The longer you have a seizure, the worse it can be to do brain damage.
This disease is not the most manageable, but also is not curable.
At this point, it is strictly managed by medicine. Leah was on probably 8 different types of medicine. They would start out with one to see how it worked, and then they would up the dosage and up the dosage.
There are many diseases that trump epilepsy in the focus of the medical community.
Epilepsy's prevalence is greater than cerebral palsy, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, and muscular dystrophy combined. That tells you how big it is. It's as common as breast cancer, and it actually takes as many lives as breast cancer does. And you hear so much about breast cancer, but you never hear anything about epilepsy.
Funding for epilepsy research is anything but impressive.
Research is very slow, and they've cut the funding for the epilepsy research. Most of it goes to the other neurological diseases, the bigger well-known ones. And they've cut epilepsy down to 1% of whatever they give to the research foundation.
After the death of her daughter, Powell created a Facebook page for epilepsy awareness and hope changes will be made to save lives in the future.
My mind is just because people don't hear about it, they don't know about it. And if they hear about it and learn about it, then it might start a chain reaction and actually get somewhere.